65-year-old Minnie Ocho has osteoarthritis. When the doctors asked her if she wanted to use medical marijuana, she answered no. She said that there were many other medicines that could help her. She said that marijuana may help her, but it would harm her more. Marijuana can be very addictive. It is important to recognize the dangers and aftermath that will result if marijuana is legalized, and the aftermath of the harmful effects of medical marijuana. What is marijuana? Marijuana is a plant known as cannabis. This plant contains more than 400 chemicals, one of them being THC. THC changes the brain chemistry, stays in the body for several days, and causes very serious health problems. Cannabidiol is also another chemical that is in the plant. This chemical interacts with THC to cause sedation. It also has many other serious effects. The parts of this plant can be dried, shredded, and smoked. People use marijuana to get high and intoxicated. There are many dangers of legalizing marijuana. Marijuana can be used to free up access to a recreational drug. This drug could possibly land in the wrong hands, and people could use it to sell on the streets. Marijuana that is sold as medicine is the same marijuana that is sold on the streets. Throughout 20 years of research, there is no proof that marijuana has medical value. You can ask numerous medical societies, and they will tell you that there is no evidence. Some people believe that you should use marijuana as a medicine. There is very strong evidence that marijuana works as a medicine. People say they get relief from symptoms of their illness by smoking marijuana. It alleviates pain, helps sleep easier, relieves muscle stiffness and bladder difficulties. It helps deal with nausea and gain appetite. It deals with mood disorders such as anxiety, stress, and depression. Others say that since cocaine and morphine are legally sold as drugs, and they aren't causing to the country's drug problems, then marijuana wouldn't either. Others say that since THC is used in other FDA-approved medications, then marijuana could too. The FDA is a government agency responsible for checking medications. There are many requirements for medications to be able to pass the FDA-approved medication. It must meet FDA standards, or it will not be approved and cannot be sold. Marijuana has not yet been FDA approved. Therefore, marijuana is still illegally a drug. There are many effects of marijuana. Marijuana may lead to addiction. It makes people anxious and paranoid, and could also affect driving. It interferes with learning and memory, and may cause sedation. It could cause increased appetite, cognitive impairment, psychiatric problems, and it also reduces the body's ability to fight diseases. Marijuana also affects these on these lists. It affects your pregnancy. 39% of birth defects are associated with marijuana. It can cause lasting effects on a child. The baby may not develop normally and can have problems growing up. It also affects the immune system. It can change the way that your body fights cancer and other diseases. Marijuana affects the heart. It increases blood pressure and the heart rate, and the blood is less able to carry oxygen throughout your body. Marijuana can affect the lungs. There are multiple cancer-causing agents and tars similar to cigarettes in marijuana. It contains 50 to 70% more cancer-causing hydrocarbons than tobacco. Marijuana affects a person emotionally. There are higher rates of depression and anxiety, and relationships get worse. Job and school performances suffer, and there's a lack of interest in life, school, family, and friends. Marijuana affects the brain. It causes distorted perception, difficulty with memory and learning, trouble with problem solving and thinking, and loss of motor coordination. It also can cause memory and learning problems for weeks after using it. That is some reasons why marijuana should not be legalized as a medicine. Although some argue that marijuana benefits more, it will harm you more than it will benefit you. Marijuana has many more harmful effects on the body than positive effects. Marijuana could fall into the wrong hands. It is not an FDA-approved medication. Everyone should be aware of the drug and dangers and the aftermath that marijuana could cause.